The Haunting of Bradford City Hall. Spirits of the Civic Heart. Bradford City Hall, an iconic landmark in the heart of the city, stands as a Victorian architectural masterpiece, completed in 1873. Known for its elaborate Gothic revival design and striking clock tower, the building has served as the seat of Bradford's local government for over a century. Its corridors and chambers witnessing countless public meetings, civic ceremonies, and even high profile trials. But alongside its official duties, Bradford City Hall has a reputation for the supernatural. Those who work there and the few curious visitors have reported strange occurrences, sightings, and eerie sensations that hint at a mysterious, unseen world within its walls. The building's long history, the turmoil of its times, and its connection to Bradford's civic identity are all woven into its ghostly lore. While it remains a place of civic pride, those who know it well insist that Bradford City Hall is more than just a public building. It is, they say, a place haunted by the spirits of its past. Perhaps the most unnerving of all the hall's alleged spirits is the figure of an imposing man in an old-fashioned judge's robe, sighted most frequently in the council chamber. This apparition is thought to be a former judge from the days when City Hall served as a courthouse, an authoritative figure who passed judgment on countless lives and seems to remain within the building even after death. Staff members closing up late at night have reported seeing a dark figure in the chamber, either standing near the judge's seat or pacing slowly by the benches, as if still overseeing a trial. One security guard on a late shift reported hearing heavy footsteps echoing through the otherwise silent chamber, followed by a chilling sensation, as if an invisible presence were standing just beside him. The sound of a gavel striking wood has also been reported by night staff, even though no such object remains in the room. Many believe this spectral judge may be bound to City Hall by the weight of the judgments he once passed. The feeling of stern, unyielding authority remains in the room, leading some to feel that they too are being judged by a spirit of the past. The Hall of Heroes, an ornately decorated area dedicated to Bradford's historical figures, is where another spirit is said to reside, known as the Crying Woman. She is often heard rather than seen. Her faint sobbing is reported to echo through the hall in the early morning or late at night, especially near the plaques and statues honouring the city's war heroes. Some believe her spirit is tied to a tragic event or loss, perhaps connected to the many memorials within the hall that commemorate lives cut short by war. A City Hall custodian, performing routine maintenance in the early hours, once heard soft weeping from a corner of the Hall of Heroes. When he approached, the sound faded, leaving behind a chill in the air. The sense of sorrow was so overwhelming that he hurried from the room, convinced that he had encountered something supernatural. Some speculate that the crying woman may have lost a loved one to war and, finding herself eternally bound to this place of remembrance, grieves for them even in death. The clock tower, with its sweeping views over Bradford, is a prominent feature of City Hall. However, it is also a place where strange shadows and inexplicable cold drafts have been reported. Visitors and maintenance workers who venture into the tower occasionally report the unsettling sensation of being followed by a dark shadow, moving along the walls as if someone were pacing the tight space above. One city official, investigating a sudden cold breeze in the middle of summer, climbed to the clock tower and reported seeing a shadow move rapidly along the wall, only to disappear before his eyes. Others report feeling a presence just behind them as they climb the stairs, almost as if an unseen entity is observing them from close by. The tower's cramped quarters and ancient mechanisms only add to the eerie atmosphere, amplifying every creak and echo. Some believe the shadowy figure is the spirit of a former clockmaker or worker who once maintained the tower's massive clock and, after years of dedication, remains bound to his post in death. Others claim that the energy of time itself, ticking away in the heart of the city, has left an imprint that manifests as this persistent shadow. One of the most unsettling phenomena at Bradford City Hall is the whispering that staff members and visitors occasionally hear in its narrow, winding hallways. The whispers are quiet, indistinct, and sometimes even conversational, as though several people are speaking in hushed tones just out of sight. The voices are often accompanied by the feeling of being watched, and those who experience it say it feels as if they are intruding upon a conversation they were never meant to hear. One employee, working late into the archives, reported hearing what sounded like an urgent conversation coming from down the hall. When she followed the sound, she found the corridor empty, but the whispers continued, floating from one end to the other, leading her through a winding path that left her disorientated and unnerved. Some believe the whispering voices belong to past council members or officials, their spirits lingering to discuss long forgotten matters of the city. Theories abound about the origins of these voices, from echoes of past meetings to spirits of city officials who, dedicated to their duties in life, continue to hold court in the hall's corridors long after death. Whatever the source, the whispers remain one of the city hall's most unsettling mysteries. One of the building's most exclusive rooms, the mayor's office, has its own share of eerie tales. Staff members report strange occurrences such as books moving on their own, drawers sliding open, and the temperature in the room dropping suddenly. The unsettling feeling of a presence is often reported, especially late at night when the office is empty. A past mayor reportedly experienced these phenomena firsthand, feeling a distinct chill and noticing the faint smell of old tobacco smoke whenever he sat alone in the office. On several occasions, he heard a knock on the office door, only to open it and find the hallway empty. Believers claim that a former mayor or council official may be lingering, forever attached to the role that defined their life. Some think this spirit is protective, watching over the office and ensuring that the current occupants respect the position. However, others find the disturbances unnerving, as though the presence resents any changes made to the room's layout or decor. Bradford City Hall remains one of the city's most impressive landmarks, a building imbued with history, civic pride, and perhaps the spirits of those who helped shape it. From the solemn presence of the spectral judge to the soft sobs of the crying woman, the halls and rooms of this grand building seem to hold a rich tapestry of stories beyond those documented in its official records. Today, the building is as much of a place of mystery as it is of history. Those who work within its walls accept the ghostly legends as part of the building's character, just as much as a part of the City Hall as its grand clock tower and Gothic spires. For Bradford citizens, it's a reminder that their city's past remains not just in the archives and memories, but in the presence of those who, in life and death, were dedicated to its service.